Hi everyone, Jamie Dunbar here. I've been talking with my dad a lot about reactivity problems, and in today's conversation, we're discussing fear and the role it often plays in dog-dog reactivity, and not just for the dogs. Often, owners are just as afraid, or sometimes more afraid than the dogs, and that fear can reinforce the dog's fear and also prevent the dogs from getting the training and social experiences they need to become confident and comfortable around other dogs. If you'd like to learn more about this topic, you should use the link in the description below to go to dunbaracademy.com, where you'll find our many free courses, including a new one all about dog-dog reactivity. Also, if you're interested in seeing Ian live, he's on the road right now giving seminars. That link is also in the description below. All right, let's get to the interview.
Anything else you'd like to add about dog-dog reactivity?
I think so. I think one of the biggest things that holds people back is they're scared. They're scared their dog's going to get hurt. They're scared their dog's going to hurt other dogs. And this again is the wonderful gift that we give to people in off-leash puppy classes. They see puppies the first week. I mean, there's loads of scraps. Then they work it out and they get the confidence to know that, say, this big old Rottweiler is playing happily with some little Shih Tzu, or this Chihuahua Yorkie cross is rolling around with a Bernese or a Mastiff. And it gives both owners confidence. The owner of the large breeds, they don't have that secret fear of my dog could hurt a little dog. And the owners of the little breeds don't have that fear. They think their dog could get broken or harmed. And the beauty is then that confidence is imbued by the dogs, and that's the best way never to be picked on. If you are emanating confidence, you aren't a target. But if you're acting overly appeasing or downright scared, other dogs are going to pick on you. It is two of the biggest triggers there are. Heaven forbid you're running away and squeaking while you're doing it. And so it's the confidence that your dog will be okay. And I guess that's where I have the luxury. I mean, I've seen 100,000 dogs go through classes and playing in dog parks. I can read dog behavior so quickly. Like the little video we watched on our Top Dog Academy Q&A thing. After 3 seconds, I wanted to say, let him off leash. Your dog is fine. Why are we watching the video? He's okay. Because I'm looking at key points of the dog's behavior that tell me is he wants to play. And people can't do that, especially if a dog is barking or growling. They think he's aggressive. They just make that knee-jerk reaction. He's not. Some of the best examples of dogs barking and growling are dogs that are so beside themselves that they want to play so much but have no impulse control. They don't know what to do with their body. And it's doing this, it's moving. An aggressive dog doesn't do that. An aggressive dog freezes. Like that. As soon as you see that weight shifting, the paws bending, the bouncing. Now I put the words in. Woo, 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 woo. They can't see the body because they hear the growling. But turn the volume down, watch your dog, and you think, oh, he wants to play. You've got to have the confidence to let them be off leash. And I think there's so many scaremongers out there say, don't go to dog parks. Your dog will get killed there or brutally attacked. And you can't worry about these things that may happen.
All right, Dad, you mentioned that one of the big problems is that people are scared when it comes to dog-dog reactivity. How should people know if they should be scared?
Well, you want to know whether your dog is dangerous or where other dogs are dangerous. When I go to a dog park, I check out all the dogs and all the people before I go in. And if there's one dog there, after watching for 5 minutes, who I think is just picking on dogs, I may or may not go in with the dog I have. But I think this inherent fear that my dog will be hurt, or other people fear that their dog may hurt another dog. You have to know whether your dog is dangerous, and the best way is, number one, have there ever been any fights? If no, it's a good sign. If there have been fights, but there's no damage done, that's an even better sign, because you know the dog's scrappy, but now you have proof positive that he's safe. If you know your dog's had loads of scraps and no damage, even better. Okay? If you know your dog has hurt another dog once, then don't take him to a dog park unless you take him in muzzled. I mean, this is common sense. But I guess people can't read their dog's behavior. This is the biggest issue here. So they will look at another dog, even a puppy in class, and it's barking and lunging, and they say, he's aggressive, get him out of here, send him back to the breeder. I mean, the online reaction we had to that little puppy I posted the other day, he's just a little puppy having a scrap, that's all, it's totally normal. But it's the growling and the barking that gets people's fears up, and then other people, doing the fear-mongering and everything. Video the dogs, and then watch the replay with no sound. You will see you'll see the dog I see. You think I'm listening to the barks and growls? No. Why not? They are identical in play as in a real attack. They've been analyzed, with all sorts of digital means. You cannot tell the difference between the vocalizations.
You mentioned how one of the big problems around dog-dog reactivity is the fear that a dog might hurt someone or get hurt. So how should people manage that fear or, put it in perspective?
Well, I think the first thing is base it on facts. Has the dog been involved in a scrap before? If not, that's a very good sign that he's a friendly dog that doesn't get into scraps. What if he's been involved in a lot of scraps, instigated by others or instigated by himself, but no damage is done? That's an even better sign, because now you have a dog that may be prone to scraps or maybe argumentative, but he's safe. He's got good bite inhibition that he got from playing with other pups when he was a youngster. And so, number one, the facts are everything. And for most owners out there, 99% of them, whether or not their dogs have been involved in any scraps, they haven't caused any damage and they haven't been harmed. So we've got to go with the percentages there. Next up, you've got to learn to read your dog, but this is impossible because when people hear a dog bark or growl, or even see it lunge, they interpret this as the dog is aggressive. Even a few weeks ago, we posted a puppy in puppy class who was scrapping with another dog, and the comments were, he's aggressive, get him out of there, get him out of class. What you doing, stressing the other dog, send him back to the breeder. He needs a good talking to learn who's boss. No, it's a puppy playing. Totally normal, natural, necessary play. It's what they do. They scrap, so they don't fight as adults, okay? So when we hear a dog bark and growl, they just can't read the dog's behavior. I don't pay attention to barks and growls. Why not? Because they are identical whether the dog is play fighting or whether he's in a real, hold down dog fight. You cannot digitally distinguish between the two barks, the growls, and what have you. So now, video your dog, turn the sound off and watch your dog. You will see the dog that I see, the dog I'm looking at. He's putting out hundreds of play solicitation behaviors, appeasement gestures, friendly behaviors, every few minutes. And when you see these, the elbow bending, the changing weight on the pace, going forwards and backwards, pull, prey bows and everything, you think, oh, he's playing. Here's a dog that's not playing. Very different, right? So the more movement you see, especially if it's rhythmic movement, now put the dog's words in. Woo, 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 woo. It's not so scary, is it? So watch your dog, turn the volume down and rewatch the video. That's how you can interpret whether he wants to play or not. And when I see those signs, I just let the dog off leash. Boom! There it is, done deal. They started their play again. They're playing with another dog in the dog park. Now the dog has a life of playing ahead of it. But people's fear keeps them on leash, even stops them going for walks, and so they're doomed to life indoors. So it really is. We've got to get the owners past their fears, and the easiest way to do that is the same way with the puppy, developmentally, in an off-leash puppy class. Some owners are a little first week, but I explain it, and then they're, oh, I see. Oh yeah, get it now. Explain them how to watch their dog and interpret the behaviors. But if ever in doubt, to say, Ian, stop. I'll tell everyone, put your dogs on leash, let's talk about this, and now let's test if this dog is scared or not. Or do I call it the bully test? I'll hold this dog, see what the other dog does. Then I'll hold the other dog and see what this dog does. It usually runs up and says, let's go, my buddy, we were playing. Why'd you interrupt play, big blue meanie? So we can actually test how the dog is feeling.
Thanks for watching this video. If you'd like to see Dr. Ian Dunbar in person, here's a list of his 2024 dates and locations in the UK and US. And if you'd like to learn more about these seminars or purchase tickets, there's a link in the description below. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.